Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to our video. Today's video, we are here to start Vinland Saga. To say this has been recommended to me about 1 trillion times would be a major understatement, and I'm very excited to get it rolling, but I do have one major disclaimer that everybody needs to listen to. I have already seen episodes 1 to 10 of season 1 of Vinland Saga. In fact, you can find reactions to episodes 1 through 6 on my channel. I'll put a little info card, it'll be right up here above my head, to link you to those videos. I only did 1 through 6, and this was 2 weeks after I started my channel, maybe 3 weeks, maybe a month, so I was not invested at all, and so I watched episodes 1 through 10, and I only posted 1 through 6. I was doing them in bunch episodes, so it was 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and I got really busy, and also they were getting like 10 views each, so I was like, I might as well just keep doing seasonals, so I did not post episodes 7 through 10, but my reactions to 1 through 6 are on the channel. You can go check those out. That was about as early bluest as you can get. Xanis will put a clip up on screen here of, you know.
Okay, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is something I kind of decided to do on my own. As you can see, that's way far back, right there. I'm getting better at it.
That was me 3 years ago. But yeah, so I need to clarify that, but that was sincerely, I'm gonna go check the date of the reactions now, because that was at the very least 3 years ago. It was April 20th, 2023, so it was 3 weeks into starting my channel, because I started my channel on April 1st, 2023, that I posted episodes 1 and 2, and it's over 3 years ago. It's three years and like 4 months, so almost 3.5 years ago. I don't remember a whole ton. I remember episode 4, and I remember episode 6. Those were the 2 most impactful episodes for me personally when I was watching. I remember what occurs, so sadly, I'm not going to be like probably super overly emotional because I know what's coming. But that is all I have seen, and I know people love season 2 a lot more than maybe not a lot more, but people are looking for season 2, and that is something I've never seen. I've never touched season 2. I've also never finished season 1 either. I only got to episode 10 from what I remember. Because I have thumbnails made. They're in my pictures folder on my computer. I still have them. I have thumbnails made for Vinland Saga episodes 1 through 10. So 7, 8, 9, and 10, the thumbnails for those episodes never saw the light of day on my channel, because I never edited and posted those reactions. I wish I still had them, because maybe I'd go through and, you know, edit them or post them on the Patreon or something, but I no longer have those videos anymore. I must have deleted them at some point along the line. Anyway, this has been a lot of yapping, but I had to fill you guys in on that because I feel like it's important that I am honest and transparent about the fact that I have seen the beginning, essentially the beginning half of the first season of Vinland Saga. I will be watching over all of that. Of course, this reaction says episodes 1 to 2, so I'll be rewatching over all of that, and yeah, I'll probably be getting re-immersed in the series and things, because there's a lot of shit I don't remember. I basically only remember the biggest moments with Askeladd killing Thors, and Thorfinn raiding the area where that lady looks at him. Those were the 2 biggest moments that I remember. I don't remember much else, if anything. Also the screaming scene where, you know, Thorfinn screams he's gonna kill Askeladd. So those are like some of the biggest scenes I remember, but on the whole, there's not a whole ton I remember, but I'm almost certain as we get rolling in these episodes, it'll clock in my brain a little bit more. But anyway, I've been yapping way too much. Let's go ahead and hop into this. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to my reactions. So feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now, without further ado, stop straight into Vinland Saga, Season 1, Episode 1. Also, for the record, this does mean I've seen the first opening. I love that opening. I love the song. Fantastic song. I'm going to be watching it here. I actually still have the reaction to that opening, so if that's something you guys want to see, I do still have the video file for my reaction to Vinland Saga's first opening. I'll go ahead and input a shorter version now. Now that the episode reaction started. So for those of you who didn't watch the intro, I know I yapped a lot, so you might have skipped through it. I'm going to give a super shortened version. I've seen episodes 1 through 10 of this show already. It was 3.5 years ago at this point. I don't remember much except for some of the biggest moments in like episode 4, episode 6, things like that. So if you want to hear a more detailed explanation of how that went down exactly, you can watch the intro. And if you don't care, you can stick around and watch these reactions, or if you don't want to see somebody who's already seen the episodes, wait till I get past episode 10 and then I'll be in brand new content that I've never seen before. So just a very quick PSA about that. If you want to hear more, go watch the intro. All the reactions to episodes 1 through 6 that I did 3.5 years ago are on the channel, so you can go watch those as well if you want. Those are first time reactions. But okay, I had to throw that out there now that I actually started the reaction. Give you a quick little PSA. If you want more info, go watch the intro. Let's go. That's the Vinland Thors has been searching for. This OST. Yeesh. Yup. Yep. Brother was dreaming about a more peaceful life while he's out here at war. I do remember this guy too. I don't remember his name, but I remember him. They worked together. God damn. Animation looks so good. You can see a couple transitions between CG and hand animation, but I think it's pretty seamlessly done. Year 987, Hjörungavager. I probably butchered the bejesus out of that pronunciation. I'm so sorry. He was daydreaming a bit. And oh my god. Using the guy's body and Thor's picked up a shield. This brother, I forget his name, but he's fucking huge and he's a monster. He held up a body. Thorkel, yes, his name was Thorkel. I do feel like I remember the name Floki as well, but maybe not. I'm truly shocked I remember names like at all, or I remember characters at all after almost 4 years. And I only watched 10 episodes. I didn't even watch a full season's worth of episodes. Yeah, Thor's is kind of a monster. Yeah, you're kind of a tank, so you can't do the movement that he's doing. God damn. What studio killed it, man? I know Mappa did season 2, but I remember season 1 looking fantastic. Okay, as soon as I say that, there's a bunch of CG. It's alright, CG doesn't bother me. It looked fine. God damn. Storming now. Oh, it's hailing. Uh-oh. Probably didn't even get to swing the axe. Ugh. Damn. War is not a fun thing. Arrow in his shoulder. Ooh. Never mind. Underwater fighting, good god. That'd be so weird to fight underwater because you're like just moving super slowly, but you're still trying to fight at the same time. Yes, god damn. Threw his blade down. All the way to the ocean floor. Ah, is that right? Is this when he runs away? Yeah. Just all the killing and everything, he just ends up running. Where'd the arrow in his shoulder go? When did that come out? Did it maybe snap off? Or maybe he had like a plate of armor it hit into it and came off when he fell in the water. Or did it fall off when he threw that, when he shoulder bumped that guy and threw him off the edge? Yeah, you can see the arrow snap right there. Very small detail, but you can see it snap there. Yeah, it snaps off. He was already daydreaming, thinking of Vinland and his wife, and then he keeps killing people, and some guys like clearly talking about like his partner, and then he kills somebody underwater, and he dropped a sword. Was pretty metaphorically speaking of he's done fighting. Jesus. Vinland Saga, fuck yeah. Feels good to be back. I'm excited to actually finish the show this time. Ah, yeah, it's been so long since I've seen this. I haven't watched this opening since I watched the show, but I have listened to the song since then. I really like this song. Ashalad there. Thorfinn, of course, on bow with him. Quite a spoilery opening when you look at it. Actually, extremely spoilery opening. God, this song's a banger. I haven't listened to it in a while. Such a banger. Oh, man. It was good to see that opening again. They got me hyped. That's such a banger opening, man. I'm not going to go through and analyze, because I'm trying to remember as little as possible, so that when I get to the actual episodes, I'll be able to be like, ah, yeah. I bet you if I went through and analyzed each bit of the opening, I could pick apart and start remembering things, but I'm going to try not to do that. Somewhere not here. Hello, Thorfinn. You're so nice and happy here. Year 1002, Iceland. So this was 987 at the beginning, right? Does it say? Oh, yeah, 987. So we have cut forward quite a bit, and he is in Iceland. He's got a whole family. Thor's, that is. Pulled him backwards, now he's all dirty. They had to milk the cow, doing all the chores. They need to stay alive. Whoa. I love the, like, sky, the way the sky is drawn. OSTs have been fantastic so far, too. That's the vast, vast ocean, buddy. If I remember correctly, what basically happens is Thor's goes off, and he sneaks on board because he refuses to listen to his father and wants to see the outside world and such. The whims of an ignorant child. Remember this guy too, storyteller man. God damn. See, who knows if this motherfucker is actually telling the truth. Pretty sure it's, he could be telling the truth. I honestly don't remember. But, you know, probably telling, you know, a tall tale that's, you know, passed down in generations and such about Vinland. The new road where fruit grows and grassy plains cover the land. You named that land, huh? Yeah, as if that's actually true. Leif Erikson. Yes, I think I remember his name. Or, well, I remember his name now because I'm reading it, but like, I think I've heard it before. It's not a new name, is what I mean. Saw some natives. Welcome back, Thors. Any ship that dares approach. Ah, yes, how people used to think of the world back then. And also probably like a grandpa trying to like scare his kid off so he won't want to like sail off as a child or something. I just don't think I believe you, brother. Just like a kid with a beard. All he's going to adventures are useless in battle, damn. Thor's is actually fought. Bye bye. Other kids living in the area. I remember, yes, this guy shows up. And then some people come to take him back, right? Yeah, because for whatever god I'm not sure if they were named like that here, but for whatever god unknown reason, they named Iceland and Greenland, but Greenland is the place that has the worst conditions that are almost like unlivable, and then Iceland is the better place. Did I swap? I might have swapped those. Greenland is a place that fucking sucks. Iceland is a nice place, but of course, even during the winters, because they're so high up north, you're gonna have rough winters. Bringing the animals in. Bringing them in because they're getting weak, so they can be in the warm. Not ideal, clearly. Thorfinn dreaming here. Captain Thorfinn. Man, this such happy and fun first episode, really. Oh man, does it get grim fast? Is he being choked out? Oh, choked out by Big Sis. Now she wants the nice warm bed. How much older is she? She looks quite a bit older than Thorfinn. Dude, the piano OSTs have been phenomenal in this first episode, man. So pretty. That's not what we do. Yeah, Thor's of all people is not someone who would want that. Oh! Is that where the person ended up? Yep, a whole ass person under the snow. How he's even— oh, he's got bad frostbite. Yeah, you can see bad frostbite on the arms. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember if this guy survives or not, to be honest. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. That's not what it means to believe. Cool shit. No, he would not. Because he's looking out for you, kid. Yeah. Oof. That's probably a true story. Just moved to Greenland, I was careless. Oh my god. This is probably a genuinely true story. Unlike, you know, his stories about Vinland and such. Jesus. That's reality for you. It's not some grand happy story where he gets to this big vast place known as Vinland, the story that he was telling the kids, and you know, about the natives that he met there and such. No, that story he just told Thorfinn is probably more accurate to the reality. It's a great question, Thorfinn. Eesh. Good lord, yeah. Those arms are definitely frostbitten. Oh, that's rot. Not even just frostbite, that is rot. I mean, he's got chain around his neck. You could assume he's an escaped slave, probably. Yeah, but Thor's is going to, because that's the kind of person he is. Man, I've already seen the episodes, and I know it's coming, and I'm still gonna get emotional about it. Fuck! I'll get emotional just thinking about it right now. Much further to the east a long time. Haraldo. So he had to flee. Yeah, these are true stories you're getting here, Thorfinn. Leif's telling you some true stories here. World's Reach. Because obviously the stories he probably tells the kids, you know, when they're in a group, is to inspire them and uplift their spirits during hard winters and things like that, and distract them from how much of a struggle the winter can be. So it's, you know, uplifting, happy stories about a grander land and things like that. But these are the real stories about the origin of people living here, and you know, what happened to him when he got stuck on the ice. I believe both of those stories are probably true. The sisters would never run away. He didn't care, because for one, he was definitely telling the truth. But of course Thorfinn can't believe that, because he regards his dad as a mighty warrior. So why would he run away? I love that they keep it consistent that the patches of snow that Ylva and Thor's swept off are actually gone. My god. Dude, he's like, dude, there's not even pupils. He's just been unconsciously doing this at this point for however long. Actually brought him back to life. Halfdan's household. That's a crazy, if I remember correctly, they come on boats to retrieve this guy. And so basically, you don't cross the mountains unless absolutely necessary, especially during these absurd winters. You're just asking to die, but this guy seemingly had enough and made his grand escape anyway. Even if it meant he probably was going to die in the process. Have anywhere else to go. Yup. Oh my god, he brought all his people. Good lord. Yeah, I mean, it's all about control. Like, that's why he would bring all his people there. It's like threatening and showing that he's got power. It's both. He probably doesn't give a fuck about one measly slave or anything like that. He's here to show off his power. That's what this is really about. Jesus. That is a crazy line. It's the only way to make him half decent. Good god. That is such a crazy way to look at things. Ari, back off. You're gonna... I don't want to... Let's not start any troubles here. I think that was his name, Ari. So he's accusing them basically of coming here to make up a problem so they can come over here and threaten us. Damn.
よくも兄貴の足を切り落としやがったな。量産か。あれ、兄貴はもう二度と歩けねえ。野郎の足もぶった切ってやる。
Damn, these people fucking hate each other, and I think that they're just two groups of people inhabiting the same island, just only mountains separating them. Oh, Jesus. No! The speed. I mean, you are just going off on your own. Oh! Oh my god. Yep, I do remember that happening. Holy fuck! Oh my god, I remember that. I did not remember it being I didn't know like how he used his chains, but I remember him like fucking somebody up. Oh my god! I didn't remember it being that brutal. Holy shit. Anyone get away with breaking the law? Yeah, I mean, for a guy who, you know, says, because chains don't necessarily have to be a physical chain. You can be bound by the chains of law or things like that as well. This seems like something he would stick to as well. It makes sense. The only way to make a heretic a human is to bind him with the law. I love how this adds on to his ideology we got a second ago about chains. It's not just, you know, physical chains that bind a person and make him a half-decent man. It's the chains of law and things like that. That's a really cool metaphor and ideology. I definitely don't, I don't think it's, not as strictly as he seems to put it into practice, and of course, you know, keeping slaves in the first place, nah, but it's not a bad metaphor for what law does. It keeps people to a certain extent chained and restrained from just they're what create society. They're the chains that hold society together in a way. Without laws, society cannot function. It cannot exist. Jesus Christ. Is that runaway slave seeing Vinland right now as he's about to pass on? Yeah, he's dead. I think he's already dead. He had one moment of lucidity where he was brought back to life, and yeah, he passed on. He was literally already rotting. There was only so much left. You were all here. I'm guessing the rest of his family has passed on or something, and he was maybe one of the only remaining, which is why he made this desperate attempt to get away, because he had nothing left. And now that he's seeing Vinland, which is really cool if you think about it, Vinland is like a metaphor for the afterlife, a peaceful place that you get to escape to whenever your life is over. It's a very cool metaphor, because maybe that's the direction the story will go. I don't know, I haven't seen all that much of it, but maybe it's the point of that Vinland's not an actual physical place, but it's the place of the afterlife that you go to that is this nice and peaceful, serene, just never-ending landscape of warm green grass that you just get to exist in after you die. And that'd be a very interesting direction if that's where the story takes it, that Vinland is not an actual physical place you can reach in your life. But anyway, enough about talking about metaphors and such. I just really like that. That it can be taken literally or metaphorically. And this guy here is literally seeing Vinland as he passes on. And he's saying his family members, which means he sees them there too. We all got sold to different places. So he doesn't know necessarily if they're dead or not. He just has no idea what happened to them because he got sold somewhere away from them. Yeah. Is he gonna tell him that's where you are? That's warm and fertile. Without slave traders and without war. come live there with us someday. He's helping him to pass on peacefully with the ideas of a place with no slavery, with no war, a peaceful place. He's letting him die thinking that he's there or heading there. Ah, that's good. Hey, buddy. Ah, damn. Just putting all the pieces together. Ah, that was really good. I'm not even gonna just sit here and overanalyze it. That was great. Yeah, he's dead now, though. Thors is gonna buy him so he can bury him. Ah, man, Thors, the man you are. What a good guy. Damn. Oh my god! Thors is a big dude. Ah, I love it, man. Oh my god, I love it, 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 I love it. He's so determined to give this man a peaceful rest. He refuses to let him be taken to be tortured, even in the afterlife, because effectively that's probably kind of the beliefs they held back then, was if you don't die peacefully, even though he's dead, if he's taken back and tortured in front of the others, he can't pass on peacefully into the Vinland that Thors was leading him to. Where he saw his family there at the end. It's so interesting because Halfdan like clearly respects Thors, but it's the principle here for him that he doesn't want to let them get away with one of his slaves, or in a weird way hold one over him in that way, that they get to keep the slave that ran away, even if he were to give him 4 sheep for it. And obviously, the reason Halfdan doesn't just come over here and try and conquer them with all the men he's got is because he knows that Thors would fight back, and that would be a losing battle. Jesus. I love it. I fucking love it. He's already dead, actually. But you don't know that, and you don't need to. He's gonna bury him. Ooh, that's such an interesting line when you think about it in context. Where are you going to take him now? Hopefully to Vinland. Oh man, I gotta say, I'm appreciating this first episode, and I feel like an infinitely more amount than I did when I first watched it. There's already just so much unbelievably good writing in this episode. And, yeah. Sis is very practical about the whole situation, which is why she's seeing it this way, of course. I didn't even really talk about it. This is an extended episode for the first episode, and it makes sense for everything they wanted to cover here. Setting the basis. Sadly, Ylva can't. She's a little too practical thinking. She can't understand what Thors was going for there on a more spiritual level. They ran away and came here. It's quite a ship there. Where does everyone who wants to run away from here go? Ooh. I think I recognize you. I don't remember your name. It's OST. Oh my god. I remember what's in that chest. It's that blade. I'm glad I'm watching 2 episodes because one of my favorite scenes in the entire show that I had seen was the scene coming next episode where Thorfinn and Thors have the conversation. I don't remember the exact context of the conversation, but I remember absolutely adoring it and the message and things like that. It was something like I'll just see. I'll talk about it when we get to it because I don't want to butcher it or misinterpret it from my bad memory. Because the last time I saw it was 3.5 years ago. Anyway, that was such an incredible first episode. Watching it now, I have an infinitely deeper appreciation for this first episode and everything that went on in it with, I already forgot the dude's name, Hafhand or whatever the fuck his name was. And Thor's, that little battle they had there. I just love it because it's already, like, just the beginning of showing you the kind of character that Thor's is, the kind of person that he is. Northern England Earldom of Northumbria Vikings base. They got a nice green area. Oh, okay. That was a flashback. And also there's ass cheeks. Vikings bathe on Saturdays. They're gonna be attacked. The English knew about this custom. And they used it because they would be completely unawares to attack him on that day. Jesus. Why the 2 with their ass? Oh, never mind. There's multiple with their ass cheeks out. That's not funny. It's not to laugh at, but it is kind of funny that the 2 naked people got attacked. Ugh. So we're gonna learn about why they had to run. Jesus, caught completely unawares, they couldn't even fight back. Don't spare the women or children. Yep, this is gonna be the backstory on why they had to flee. They didn't say what year this is, which is a little annoying. That could help me put together a timeline here. They just gave us the name. Because 987 is what we saw when Thor's was fighting, but we're in 1002 now. The kid's having a little war. So if you get hit, you die. Oh my god. Oh, Thorfinn got taken out. I love how he's holding the blade in his stomach like he got stabbed. Maybe he wants to so he can just relax. Valhalla and nicotine meet every day. Yeah, that was the belief of Vikings. Brother gotta take off. Trade it for wine, huh? Yeah, he just told you the story about how he got stuck at one of those. Didn't he say that he lives in Greenland, or does he, I guess, maybe travel between places trading goods? The birth of... I'm sorry, how did he just pronounce Jesus Christ? Yes, Cristo. I see. I mean, yeah, that's a Christian thing, is, you know, wine and Jesus turning water to wine, and the body and the blood, where you drink the wine and that's his blood.
お前の父上に伝言を頼む。軍船が来た。
Oh boy. Go now.
今度は下がったろう。水入れてみな。
I love that he's, you know, he's been a warrior all his life, it seems, but here he's trying to learn how to do, like, smithing and things like that. Oh, is this who's named Floki? I remember them mentioning his name in episode 1, and I just put 2 and 2 together that I think the guy with the scar down the side of his head's name is Floki. I think. Totally not intimidating at all. Totally not terrifying at all. Tor's the troll. Oh, is this where they like try to recruit him to be like, come with us, we need you for something? I'm trying to remember. I really don't remember how all this goes down. No, that is a full fleet. Also, his name's Halfdan. I called him like Halfhan or some shit like that. I had already forgotten it. He knows him. Yeah, he knows him. I'm pretty sure they're his old fleet, right? And that he ran away from, and they found out where he lives. So they want to bring him back. At least I think it was something like that. Yep, they all bow to him. He knows them. He's even got a dono attached to his name. Now people gotta question who he is and where he's come from. Yeah, he was kind of a big deal. Yeah, because he's trying to move past those days. He wants to separate himself from who he used to be. He's put down the sword for good. He literally let it drown at the bottom of the ocean. As if it couldn't get any more metaphorical for, I'm done fucking fighting. Ooh. To fight the English. To fight back against the English. And so they've come here to recruit Thors. I see. It's none of my business. It's not the entire fleet without Thors. Even if that man deserted the army. It's crazy. He deserted and they still all bowed to him. That's how much of a monster Thors is. That they all bowed to him even though he deserted because they want him to fight with them. He ran away from fighting. Captain of the Yolms Vikings. Yeah, you could probably tell them to just raise this entire village to the ground if you really wanted to. Yeah, that's probably like literally unheard of. He completely deserted and they're like, you can come back. If you fight with us, you'll return with honor. No punishment. I'll overlook everything. That's probably borderline unheard of. That's how much our leader wants you. They came here because if they just sent a letter, you wouldn't have showed up. And they probably also thought he'd like that or something. The warrior he maybe used to be back in his heyday. They thought them showing up on a big ship, he'd be like, oh, let's go. But no, he is not the same person he used to be.
良い村だ。子供の様子でわかる。繊細とは今日まで
Like, free from war until today. That's a threat. That is a threat, if I've ever heard one. That's a threat of join us or we bring war to these children. Yikes. And they're all psyched because they don't know the terrors of war. They don't know what it's like. They don't know why Thor's left in the first place. They've never experienced that. They've lived life without war. Of course, they've seen bad things and such as Halfdan coming over here and threatening them, or apparently he cut off a guy's arm. Like, they've had fights and skirmishes, but that's what they are. Skirmishes. You've never been to war before. And of course, Thorfinn, hearing all this, wants to take pride in his father and such, but that's the last thing Thors wants. He wants Thorfinn to live away from violence and fighting. Damn. Oh. That's someone who's been to war. They're also like a whole foot taller than all of you. Yeah. Oh god, he's now spreading his soldiers all throughout the village. Ugh. They got him sitting outside houses and everything. Yikes. Because even if Thors went out to war and then he just left and found his way back here again, they know where he lives now. They would just come back here. He has no choice. So even Leif didn't know that. Oh, wow. So did Thor say, like, give me one more day? He was sizing you up. You were just saved by Thors. If Thors had said no, they would have murdered you. The hero Thors Snorson. So Thors made the agreement that he would come on his own. Because he knows that even if he said, I'll take my own warship and I'll come and join you guys, even if he said that and didn't go, they would just come back and murder everybody in the village. So he has to go. And they even made absolutely sure to call Thors a hero in front of all these people before leaving, so that people will think upon him fondly. They didn't call him a deserter Thors or anything. Nothing but hero. And all these guys are psyched. They're all so psyched to go to war because they've heard nothing but stories about it. And there's just Thors knowing this is the absolute furthest thing from what he wanted. Oh, man. Yep, the complete opposite thinking from what Thors wants. Ah, man, fucking sucks. I love how it pans to his wife, because whenever he was out there fighting and he was daydreaming in episode 1, who was he thinking of? I didn't want to kill or be killed. they would just come back here.
逃げればこの村が俺の代わりに報復される。
Exactly.
ヨウムの掟は脱走者を許さない。
Yep, and they're doing it for you. He has to go. He has no
自
choice.
分のしてきたことにけじめをつける時が。
I'm gonna take responsibility for what I've done. And Thorfinn is just so excited. Yep, they're sailing out that warship that Leif pointed out last episode.
その軍船と船団を組むことにしたよ。そうか、確かにその方が安全だ。いざって時は俺らが守ってやるからよ。
Yeah, and some of the young villagers are gonna come along.
どいつも戦好きなことよ。
I mean, when they live here, they just live in this very barren, snowy, shitty place, and all it is just the same life year after year after year. They start fantasizing about what it could be if they were a hero at war or things like that, and then this giant warship shows up and Floki's on it. And he's calling Thor's a hero, and so everybody gets all psyched up, being like, "We've got a war hero here," and they start imagining a more eventful life is the only way I'm gonna put it. I'm not gonna put it in any positive light because what they're thinking could not be further from the truth. But they let their imaginations run wild because there's nothing else for them to do here. But the second they get out to war is when they may, for the first time, appreciate this peaceful life that they have been able to live until this point. It's just like, not necessarily saying, but it's the thing of you don't really understand how much you appreciate or love something until you lose it. And now Thorfinn is going way too hard at war. He's beating the hell out of everybody because he wants to go himself. Normally he just would, get beat and then he's dead on the ground talking with Foxy or whatever. And now he's going hard as hell because he wants to go. Damn! Damn! Thorfinn, they're gonna beat your ass. Oh, man.
折れてるな。子供の遊びにしちゃやりすぎだ。
That would be your son.
4つ5つ上の子たちに怪我させるた大したもんだよ。
That's not what Thor's wants to hear. That is not what Thor's wants to hear. Because you're telling him he'll grow up to be a good fighter, but then there's all these kids who are just miserable here because he beat on them too hard.
存分に戦ってこい。あれ。
Oh man, it's just they're getting all psyched up. They got all their gear, they're looking good. But man, when they go out there and face that reality staring them down, when they're staring down death, they won't be so happy. I believe it's in this episode, one of my favorite conversations from the episodes that I watched. He wants the real thing. Yup. He's just out listening. Yep, here's this chest. I believe that's Thor's old helmet there. Such a cool shot. A little dagger there. So clean he can see himself reflected in the blade. Oh. Papa is angry. He grabbed the blade to the point where he's bleeding. I fucking love this conversation. I vaguely remember it, but I loved it when I first watched it. A sword is a tool for killing people. Oof. Who is the enemy?
よく聞け、トルフィン。
The OST. You don't have any enemies.
敵などいないんだ。
What a line. Oh, what a line.
者などどこにもいない。
There's no one who it's okay to hurt.
おかしいよそんなの。だって父上は明日
Because he doesn't have a choice. He's not
敵を殺し
happy.
に行くんでしょ。
He doesn't want that.
僕にだってわかる。
トルフィン。
お、トルフィンスキャリー危ねえって。
Still holding the blade bleeding. He didn't even realize he was doing it.
ヘルガ。
はい。
あの子。頼む。
Fucking love that line so much. Oh my god, I love that line so much. Of course, Thorfinn can't understand it, but it's so true. I love the line so much. It's so good. Listen closely, Thorfinn. You don't have any enemies. No one has any enemies. There's no one who it's okay to hurt. That's so good. That's so fucking good. Absolutely incredible. This OST is gorgeous too. Oh man. It's takeoff day. Dude, this piano OST is so pretty. Oh my god, it's still going. Faroe Islands Stray Boy. Left-handed hit the barrel is mine. Some priest here. This is Ashalad's group. Oh, he's a Christian monk. And we know they got beef with the English, who would happen to be Christians. Ugh. Yeah, I remember this guy as part of Ashalad's group. I don't remember his name though. Oh, is it a double cross? Oh my god, is it a double cross? Is it? Oh my god. Wait, I totally didn't remember that. Is it a double cross? Floki went there just to drag him out to try and get him killed because they wouldn't actually ever forgive anybody. They're just feigning that they are. So they don't like you. Because Floki's here talking with Ashalad. Oh my god, I think I'm right. I did not remember that at all. My men and I are bored of being kept here waiting in the middle of nowhere. Only pay in exchange. Yep. It's crazy because they were there on the island with Thors and didn't try. They want to kill him. They want him dead for being a traitor and deserting. All that talk about it, you know, being allowed back in was completely untrue. But he still wouldn't do it himself. What a fucking pussy. What an actual fucking pussy. He's paying someone else to do it because he can't do it himself. He had all those men and still didn't think he could kill Thors. That has to be what it is because what? Yeah. Because what other reason could he feasibly have for hiring someone else to do it? If they wanted to, they're the most powerful fighting force to the point where they literally can't get taxed. They could raise that village to the ground. The only reason, the only feasible explanation is that he thinks that he can't beat Thors. Him and his men would lose if they tried to massacre the village. He believes that they would lose. That's the only explanation for why he would hire somebody else to do it. And maybe there's some reasoning that I'm not picking up on because I'm too dumb, but if what I'm saying is true, this is the biggest bitch move of all time. Biggest bitch move. Oh man, I'm so happy to be back with this show, y'all. I'm so happy to be giving this another run. So many scenes here in these first 2 episodes I feel like I've appreciated and been able to dive deep into infinitely more than I did my first watch through. I think if you go back and look at the reaction that I did 3.5 years ago, it's 29.5 minutes. This video is almost an hour and 30 minutes raw footage. I feel like I've obviously changed and evolved how I do my reactions and such, and I just feel like I feel like I'm in such a better place to truly appreciate this show. And I feel like even back then I really liked some of the stuff that it did, but I feel like now I feel like I'll be able to appreciate things at such a deeper level than I ever did before. Like, these first 2 episodes alone were absolutely fantastic. Just seeing the mentality of everybody and all the above. Like I said, you can still go back and watch those 2 reactions if you want to compare the 2. I think that could be something fun to do. I might go do that myself, you know, now that I've done this. Go back and see what I said in those reactions, because it's been 3.5 years. I don't know what the fuck I said in those videos, but it'd be very fun to compare how I reacted back then to how I do now. And so, anyway, man, I'm so happy to be back with this series, and I cannot wait to get to these next 2 episodes, as depressing as I know episode 4 is going to be. For those of you who didn't watch the beginning of the video or didn't watch the intro, please go back and check out the intro if you want a full explanation. But 3.5 years ago, I reacted to Vinland Saga Season 1 episodes 1 through 10. Only 1 through 6 made it to YouTube. I do not have the footage of any of them anymore, sadly, but 1 through 6 are still on my channel that you can go and check out. But I watched those 3.5 years ago. I don't remember a lot, but I'm remembering more as we go along here, as I get reinvested into the series. And so I understand if people are like, well, you've already seen the episodes, I want a first-time reaction. I understand if you don't want to watch these. It'll be first-time reactions once we get to past episode 10. That is the last bit I remember going to. And even then, the later episodes are very fuzzy. The stuff I remember the most is the conversation that you have no enemies here, from Thors to Thorfinn. In this episode, I remember episode 4 and I remember episode 6. The rest is very blurry, and I'm sure it'll come more into my brain as I get closer and closer to those episodes. But alas, I feel like I'm gonna clarify this every single video. I would understand if you don't want to watch these reactions, because it's not technically a first time reaction. I'd say it's pretty close because it's been almost 4 years since I last touched this series, but I understand if you want to not watch or wait until I get to episode 10 and then tune in, because then it'll be all new stuff. But if you do want to go see my original episodes 1 through 6 reaction, that is on my channel. I started it within my first month of doing reactions, so it's very old. It's a bit of a blast to the past at this point, but I'm gonna continue this series and go through these, and yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy this journey with me. These 2 episodes were incredible. The OSTs were absolutely gorgeous. The writing is already so strong, and the characterization of Thors, the people of the village, and why their mindsets are so set on war and being hyped up for it, despite Thors knowing the hell that it is and what he did to escape it in the first place, and Thorfinn's mentality as a kid, and why he wants to do what he wants to do what he wants to do. He wants to go to war, and how he didn't heed his father's words because he's a kid. So it's just, it's so incredible already. The animation's gorgeous. I love the art style, and I love the characters already, and I'm so happy to be back with this series, man. I cannot wait for more, but I think that is going to wrap it up reaction to Vinland Saga Season 1 episodes 1 to 2. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.